Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where, for whatever reason, all of a sudden, my game capture in OBS decided to stop working only with Hearts of Iron. I don't know why. We're on display capture right now, so apologies if you see any like Steam pop-ups or anything like that. That would normally not be captured under display capture, or rather under game capture, but under display capture it absolutely is. So with that out of the way, we are currently working on conquering Cuba, and that's absolutely no problem. We definitely have Cuba under lock at this point. Cuba is pretty much confirmed to be ours, and we're just continuing to take over various bits of the Caribbean. I'm wondering what Free India is doing over here. I would prefer that they didn't attack Bermuda. I did see that Free India is currently attacking Tahiti. Okay. I guess they can do that. I would prefer that they didn't, but, you know, whatever. So we're just going to push over here, finish off Cuba, and when are these guys going to be ready to do their invasion? Not for a while yet. What about these guys and their invasion? That's going to be another 60 days as well. So it'll be some time yet before we have the Caribbean under control. We're still trying to attack over here. There's only so much we can do on that front, of course. But we have stack wiped Chickasaw and Japan, and they no longer have any control over Cuba. Which I believe means that Chickasaw officially no longer exists as soon as we arrive at this province. Now, I do want to make sure that we have infrastructure over here. I can see that we're not moving very quickly, so we'll make sure to get infrastructure built. Excellent. And there we go. Chickasaw no longer exists. That is what we'd like to see. Okay, so this is this attack over here. Yeah, so we just need a couple of these invasions. So this army over here should definitely prepare a naval invasion to come from, say, here up to Bermuda. Up to here. Like so. Fantastic. Now I want to make sure that we have naval superiority over here. Our naval invasion support, I want to make sure that we got it up here. And yes, we did. Perfect. That is excellent to see. Now we expect this to still be a tough fight, right? But we're going to continue attacking over here and push in this way. And these guys... owned by Creek still? Okay. I was like, did somebody take this? But no. No, I do not believe that they did. Excellent. We're going to tell all of these naval invasions, go ahead and go as soon as you're done. There we go. In the meantime, we should be thinking about what our immediate moves will be after we take all of this. I want to make sure that we have control over all of this, and indeed we do. Yes. Over all these Atlantic islands. It is, of course, the Pacific Islands that are going to be the more exciting to try to get. Okay, that all looks good. Of course, there's nothing we can do right now about this gross border gore. We will get to that, but for now, there's only so much that we can do. I wonder if display capture, or rather if game capture is working yet. Let's find out. This may be about to turn black. Yep. Okay, so this is what game capture is capturing. It captures the cursor though, which is kind of weird. At any rate, we'll just stay on display capture for the rest of this episode, and I'll troubleshoot it afterwards. Okay, so Free India has attacked a lot of locations over here, to be sure. But I do think attacking these various islands in the South Pacific is the next thing to do. We're probably going to do a jumping off point from Hawaii, and to that end, we should ensure that we have naval bases built in Hawaii, like in all of the locations. Just so that we can do a lot of simultaneous jump-offs from Hawaii. Because remember, we can plan naval invasions before we declare war, which is definitely something that we're going to be interested in doing. Okay, so how are we doing on these preparations? Another 39 days here, another 53 here, and another 93 here. Okay, so that'll be a while, of course. These are all the same location. So we're going to need an army attacking over here, and actually, I'm going to have these guys prepare a naval invasion. Yes, I'm aware. From here to here. Excellent. And their naval invasion should be done pretty quickly because, of course, it increases in length based on how big the army is, right? So that'll only be 37 days before that one's done. And I don't think there's anyone to defend them, so we shouldn't really have a problem with that. Hypothetically, can we just not naval invade and tell them to move here? There's no naval base, so I guess not. Okay. Well, that's fine. They'll get up there as soon as they can, and we'll tell them to go ahead and go ASAP. Wonderful. In the meantime, these guys are still busily fighting over in this region, and yeah, it's going okay. It's not going great, right? But we expect that once this naval invasion goes off, then we can push in from the north, split them in half, and we'll have no problem whatsoever. We can check on our supplies in this region and see we're doing just fine. No concerns there. Oh, hello, Rogue Tech. Rogue Tech has finished updating and is now the latest version. Good job, Rogue Tech. Not necessarily what we are looking for right now. Okay, 79 out of 105, so 80. Yeah, we're pretty much ready to invade the rest of the Caribbean at this point, right? Free India controls this. Yeah, that's to be expected. So it's pretty much just Aztec, Creek, Republic of the British Antilles, and Japan who's left. Japan is actually 63% towards capitulation. Really? Fascinating. I still want to land a force up in the north of Japan. But that'll have to wait until after we're done with this. Now, these guys, I would love to move into this army. Except that would cause their naval invasion to take longer. So I'm going to, for now, put them into a reserve force over here, and after their naval invasion, we'll move them in. There we go. That'll do. Excellent. So how far away are we on these naval invasions? It shouldn't be very much further. Only 18 days on this one. Yeah, we're getting close. 15 on this naval invasion. We will have the Caribbean cleaned up very, very soon. Now, if we look at the faction map mode here, I'm interested in checking... Are these guys in a faction? It's very hard to tell with a lot of these little guys. They're an alliance of Ming. Okay. These guys are... Malacca are on their own. Alliance of Pratiharis. Yeah, they haven't been invaded yet. Okay. Free India might be on the way over to do that literally as we speak, though. Okay. Oh, this is actually the Ming Empire here. So yeah, there's just a lot of little areas over here that I'm interested in invading before we fight Ming. We're just kind of letting us do this in a hilarious way. They really shouldn't be. But they are. And that's okay. 61 out of 84, 28 out of 38, 43 out of 105, and 98 out of 105. And then over here, in terms of the actual faction, these guys are in our faction. As are these guys, which I think is actually an exclave of us. Yes, it is. But everyone else up here is in the alliance of the Ming Empire. China is on their own, as is Cambodia. And just Indochina over here, Malaya. Yeah, a lot of these are independent over here. So that's fascinating. That's definitely something I'm interested in exploiting. Because the alliance of the Ming Empire is going to be a big fight, right? So that's definitely something we're concerned about. I'm going to step back recruitment. Yes, I want to cancel that. We're going to step it back to working on 5 divisions. We're taking very few losses right now, and I'm mostly interested in banking up manpower, actually. Creek has now capitulated. We have successfully attacked over here. That is glorious. So these guys are done with this attack. And I'm going to tell them to immediately begin preparations for a naval invasion from California. Actually, no. I changed my mind. From Hawaii into Midway Island, perhaps. Who owns this? Ming! Okay. Not Midway Island, then. We're just going to go from Hawaii straight over to Japan. And I would really like to land up in this north area. Like that. Okay, so we're going to have to make sure, of course, that we have naval superiority in this area. So we'll hop into Strategic Navy Map Mode. We do not need these guys here. So we can shift right click to remove that and then move them up here in patrol mode. Excellent. And we don't need these guys over here either. We're going to shift right click to remove that, switch them to patrol mode and move them to here. And then we're going to do the same thing with these guys. Patrol mode and up into coast of Japan. And then we're going to grab our Naval Invasion fleet and make sure that we have Hawaii Ridge, West Emperor Chain. We don't have the North Emperor Chain in there. Noted. We'll remove all of this since we're not currently interested in doing naval invasions in those areas. Excellent. And we'll need someone for the North Emperor Ridge. These guys are a good option. We'll take them from the South Central Pacific and move them up to the North Emperor Chain. Perfect. So we'll get those in position. And we will begin our plan for invading Japan. Now, that's going to be a tough invasion, right? We already know that. But regardless, I'm interested in seeing that happen. The Japanese troops are definitely spreading out and looking like they're looking to defend the coast, but we'll see if they're still there when we're actually ready to go. In the meantime, these guys should be basically ready. Oh, they've not reached the start point. Oh no, they're attacking. They're literally attacking right now. That's fine. These guys can't currently leave here because Bahamas don't have any naval bases. So we'll go ahead and queue some of those up, as well as some infrastructure in the Bahamas. Excellent. And we've now invaded over here, so once again, we will queue up some naval bases, as well as some infrastructure. And then we'll tell these guys that they should probably begin a naval invasion plan over here. And we'll have them come in from here over to that. Excellent. And they can execute that as soon as they're ready, but no, I don't want to delete that. I want to assign these guys in. Okay. Excellent. So there are those plans underway, and we are, of course, still waiting on a few other things. These guys will start moving once a naval base is constructed in each of these locations. Our plan to attack Bermuda will be executed in another 41 days. And this naval invasion here is going to be executed very, very soon now. In fact, tomorrow. There they go. These guys are not, I think, going to pull back in time. And they're going to have a big problem on their hands here. They don't know it yet. They absolutely will. Yeah. Let's get in there. Free India is attacking over here. Okay. They're not going to succeed that. Okay. So we now have a front line right here. And honestly, we want to push an offensive line to basically be right here. Just push that in like that. Go ahead and execute that. Excellent. And we will push in from the north. We do need to make absolutely sure that we have supplies up here. So we will build naval bases in both of these provinces, as well as in this one. Excellent. Free India did manage to land over here. I expect that they're going to have a hard time with this, so... maybe. There's a naval base here. I don't like Free India landing here. I feel like they're stepping on our toes. I really, really do. This naval invasion is no longer necessary. And we're going to pop these units into here. That will, of course, increase the planning duration, but that's okay. It'll take time for us to get these units out of there anyway. We should, however, see some of those overseas ones starting to move, in theory. Moving over to Hawaii. Or actually, they should be moving to New Zealand, shouldn't they? I think. Something like that, anyway. Well, this seems to be going reasonably okay. Looks like Free India was pushed out. I do like that. In fact, I like that quite a lot. We're building supplies back over here. Now, we don't have much for supplies over here other than our airdropped supplies. But we should have supplies finishing up over here, or at least shipyards, or naval bases, technically is the term. But yeah, we're making progress. That's great. These guys are unbalanced. I actually want them to be attacking aggressively right now. Oh, they lost their front line, actually. Their offensive line. Because of the Free Indian attack. There we go. Once this attack finishes up, then we will be attacking them. And they're attacking us at the same time, technically. That is completely fine. So when is our invasion of Bermuda going to be happening? That is going to be in another 21 days. Not too bad. These guys have now managed to disembark. Fantastic. We have naval bases built. That is absolutely wonderful. I do want to make sure we have infrastructure where we can. How can we build infrastructure? Oh, we pushed over here. I didn't realize we had pushed here. Okay, we are going to go ahead and set our offensive line to be at Antigua if we can. Not quite. Yeah, not quite. Okay, we'll try back here then. Yeah, that'll do. And we will go ahead and execute that. Excellent. So with us pushing up this way and taking Granada from them, that's a big blow for them, actually. So British Antilles are basically done. There's very, very little they can do here. With us pushing for both sides like this. Now, our supplies on the north side here are kind of dire. There's no doubt about that. But as we finish up these various naval bases, that should start to get a lot better. And in fact, we're going to have 2 of them done quite soon. So that is wonderful. And of course, we're attacking from the south as well. We should have theoretically no problem pushing through there. Okay, so as far as these other invasions go, this guy is still preparing, 60 days away, and this guy is also still preparing. He is much closer, but he needs to get over to this naval base before he can start sailing down to New Zealand, so that'll be a little while for him. Excellent. Now the question is there anyone else out here? Ming controls a lot of these islands. Some of these guys, though, we're going to be able to fight for sure. So that's good. But first, I want to make sure that we are at peace before we declare any other wars. Last time we declared wars, we had 2 alliances declare on us, so that was a while ago. We're going to continue pushing northward here and southward here. We should have much better supplies up here now. Oh yeah, 38 out of 19. That is so much better. And that will continue to improve as we continue to build additional naval bases. Yeah, we're making reasonable progress on that. I mean, we're not making fantastic progress here, but it's to be expected, honestly, because we're being attacked. Of course, in the meantime, we're just slowly pushing our way up, and they can't maintain this. They can't maintain fighting 2 armies. They have 57 available supply, it looks like, which is a decent chunk for them, but even so, that's going to be rough. That's going to be really rough for them. Their troops are going to be retreating from here back towards their capital, but realistically, there's very little places they can go since they're beset on both sides. Now, we're technically being pushed back here right now, but we have reinforcements almost over. So in theory, I think we'll be okay. I hope we don't get pushed back here anyway. But regardless, we are going to, of course, continue building back here. I'm interested in potentially putting up some land forts here. That's definitely something I am interested in. Aztec has capitulated. Fantastic. Now, was that Bermuda? Yes, that was indeed Bermuda. Okay, so Bermuda is under our control, and we can do something else with these guys. For now, do we need a naval base here? We probably do, don't we? Yeah, there's no naval bases there. Okay, we'll build naval bases there, and we'll consider what we want to do with these guys. Maybe have them join in on a naval invasion over in Japan. Like, have them do something like this coast. That could work. That uses, I think, all the same sea tiles. Does that cross into this one? I think it maybe just clips it, the Mariana region. We'll have to see if that does. If it does, I mean, we don't even have to say if it does. We can just pull these guys out of here and tell them to patrol the Mariana region. And I did that wrong. Patrol the Mariana region. There we go. Excellent. We have some unassigned divisions that we can plop into this army for now. 20, and there we go. That'll do. Excellent. Okay, let's check in on the final status here of the Caribbean. This is the final bit of resistance here. And they do have quite a lot of resistance. But this is getting worse and worse for them as our supplies get better and better here. We're up to 34 out of 25 up here, and it's not looking good for them, right? It's looking very, very bad, in fact. Our supplies are getting better and better all the time, and their supplies are remaining literally exactly the same. So that is completely fine. Technically, we're losing this fight. That's very awkward. I would like to not be losing this fight. I would like to not be pushed back to here. Although, we should also build land forts here. Just to make sure we don't get pushed back any further. Okay. How are things going up here? We are in progress. The progress is going to be slow, though. There's no doubt about that. Well, that's completely fine. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to finish conquering the Caribbean. I have no doubt that this will fall. And we will also turn our attention towards the Pacific. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.